You think we'd really offer you free flowers? In this economy, it's time for War of the Roses on KDWB.
I think you're going to relate to this War of the Roses because you probably have either done this yourself or you know somebody who has, or you've heard of this problem. Marie, tell us what's going on and why you are on KDWB today. What's going on?
Yeah, so, I've listened to you guys for a while, and I have listened to War of the Roses before, and I swore that I would never, ever, ever do this, but...
Why did you swear? Why did you swear? Because you listened to it, you're like, what? These people are stupid? Why did you swear you would never, ever do War of the Roses?
You know, I was like, I would just, confront my partner, because we've been together for a couple years now, so it's a little different. You know what I mean? We're pretty comfortable with each other, and I thought before now that we had good communication, but,
But here you are, and you're on War of the Roses, and you have confronted him, but now you're worried whether he's telling the truth. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so I've been with Ted for a couple years now, like I said, and sometimes we'll be out to dinner or driving, and you know how if you have your phone connected to Apple CarPlay, it'll show when you get a text?
Yeah.
And you can even have Siri read it out or whatever. So he started getting these texts from someone in his phone named James. And mind you, no one in our friend group is named James. And like I said, after a couple years together, everybody, even people that he's still friends with in his hometown.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who's James? And he said that it was just a friend from work, a new guy at work that he had met.
Okay.
And become buddy with. And so I was like, whatever. Didn't think anything about it. But it started being a lot of texts, and I noticed that he would never open them around me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you think that James might be somebody else put into his phone as James instead of I don't know, Larissa.
Or Aubrey.
Mm-hmm. It could be Aubrey.
Yeah, she sounds cute.
She does sound cute, yeah. So you're worried that so here you are on War of the Roses after all these years of saying you will never do this. But I think that we're going to need a little bit of a different plan here because I think I'm working something up where instead of asking him who he wants to send roses to, we can ask him. I got an idea.
Okay.
Jenny and I are going to work on this during the break.
Yeah.
And we'll do something a little bit. Is it okay if we do something different of a trap besides sending the roses?
Yeah, whatever you guys think will get him to admit, what's going on.
Okay. I think I got a little something, but it's going to take... Jenny, how's your acting skills today?
Hold on, let me check.
Do a little Shakespeare for us.
Hello, Matty.
What the hell is that? That's an accent.
That was supposed to be a British person and a pirate mixed together. They had a baby, and this is what happened.
We're in trouble. Bailey? Bailey? What? Yeah. Okay. All right. I know it's serious because we have fun on War of the Roses sometimes, but when it comes down to it, you want to find out whether he has seen somebody else because it sounds you live together, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you live together, you want to make sure, it's pretty serious. It's not somebody you're just casually dating. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this guy and find out who James is. I think we got a little plan kind of worked out here. Hold on. We'll get to that next on part 2 of War of the Roses on KDWB.
Are they cheating? Let's find out. Part 2 of War of the Roses starts right now on KDWB.
Okay, for War of the Roses this week, you know how we do this. We do this by calling somebody and saying, hi, we're from you usually say your phone company, your phone provider, your bank or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give you a little customer satisfaction survey. And if you will do this, we'll send roses to whoever you want. Anyway, oh, okay. And then 9 times out of 10, the doughhead guy on the phone sends them to his side piece. Mm-hmm. That's the way it usually works. But this one's a little bit different. We want to find out whether the name in his phone, James, is really his new buddy down at work that seems to text him all the time, or whether it's a pseudonym.
Yeah, like a fake name.
Fake name for somebody else. So Jenny and I have worked out a little plan, and we'll hope it works. Cross your fingers. On War of the Roses, let's make the phone call.
Hello?
Hi, can I talk to Ted?
Yeah, this is him.
My name's Kelly. I work with O'Brien Research Company. We're calling some people today, just need some information about people's usage with their phone in regards to their relationship. So I was wondering, do you have a few minutes to take a quick survey with me? And I do have a $100 Target gift card to give you if you are able to do that with me today.
I mean, it's a quick survey.
Yeah, just going to take a couple minutes. As soon as we finish, I can digitally transfer you that Target gift card.
How much was it?
$100. 100 buckaroonies.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's jump right in. The first question is, how often would you say you text your partner during the day?
Maybe like a few times an hour.
Okay. Next question is, how often would you say you text I love you to them during the day?
Probably, I don't know, like maybe once or twice.
Got it. And have you ever sent explicit pictures to your partner?
Whoa. That's one of the questions?
Yeah, I know it's a little invasive, but we're asking. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
And I mean, it's not like my name's not on it or anything.
Nope.
It's not like...
This is all anonymous.
Okay. Yeah, yes. The answer is yes.
Okay, awesome. And last question is, have you ever used a different name in your phone than what the person's name is?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Who is James then? Who is James in your phone then?
Hello?
Yeah, I was going to let him just try to figure this whole thing out, but should I let him in on the news now?
I would like to watch him flounder a little bit.
Well, it's painful.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's going on, Ted. We set a little trap for you. There's no survey. There's no such thing as O'Brien Research Company. I don't know where the hell Jenny came up with that, but that whole thing was fake. And we were put up, this is KDWB, the radio station, and we were put up to this to see if you were up to something weird with the name James in your phone. Guess who put us up to this? It's your girlfriend, Marie.
Yeah.
A literal idiot. The fact that you have to spell it out for him. James, I need to know who he is, okay? Or who she is, obviously.
You're jumping to conclusions here as far as I'm concerned. This is kind of, you're kind of sick, right? The conclusion being that you won't open those texts around me and you dodged the question already multiple times. I don't have to tell anything to O'Brien, whatever her name was.
Well, my name was Kelly. That's the company name. Get it right.
Okay. I thought the company was whatever. Doesn't matter. You're twisted. You know how wrong it is to just catfish people? I assume you're recording this?
I'm twisted. You're the one cheating behind my back. I'm jumping to conclusions. You're dodging accountability.
You sent a fake survey.
And that's somehow worse than cheating? Because you lied to me first and cheated on me first?
Oh, you don't know. You didn't know anything before you set up this whole ruse.
Incorrect.
You think you're a spy or something?
I knew that you were texting someone whose text you would not open around me and who you kept dodging questions about. I'm so over this.
Did he actually say you didn't know anything until you caught me? I mean, in so many words, he said you didn't know anything until you set up this ruse, which is you didn't know I was cheating until you caught me. That's wait a second.
What are you, a spy or something?
Right. Doughhead of the month goes to this. All right. I love how he turned it all back on her. I think some people are just the best at that. If you catch them stealing, they'll be like, what are you watching me for? Are you spying on me?
Why are you being such a creep?
Well, you might have stole, but you have way too much money. So that is War of the Roses.
Gaslighting to the fullest.
Is it a gaslighting or a narcissist or a manipulator?
All the above.
Is it a gaslighting, manipulating narcissist?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.